Hello and welcome to my weekly DBT series. This is for a safer space placement, and the skill we will be going over today is the accept skill. What is accepts? Accepts is a distress tolerance skill that allows us to distract ourselves when we are in distress and use healthy coping skills. The A stands for activities. While it may seem counterintuitive to engage in activities when we are upset, doing so can distract us from the present moment and emotion we are experiencing and help take our emotional temperature down. An example of an activity you could do would be do the dishes, do the laundry, organize your room, and sweep. This can help us stop rumination because it brings us into the present moment. Contribute. When we are in extreme emotional distress, we often get so wrapped up in our emotions that it's difficult to focus on anything going on around us. One way to tolerate distress is to move away from the potential self absorption that is involved in intense emotions by engaging with the world outside of ourselves. This works to redirect the intense and self destructive energy we experience in a healthy direction. This skill focuses on getting us to contribute to the world around us, which helps get our mind off of the problem and helps us feel good about ourselves. Some ideas for this might be bake something and drop it off at a friend's house, make a craft for your sibling parents or grandparents, offer to mow a neighbor's lawn or help with another activity. Not only can you contribute, but while you are doing these activities, you can think about how much of a difference it'll make in the person's life who you're helping. Comparisons. The compare skill helps us put the situation and emotion at hand into perspective. When you feel extremely distressing emotions, ask yourself, have I ever been faced with a more difficult challenge than the one I'm currently dealing with? If I have, think of a coping skill that you have used at that time to deal with the problem. Could you use that coping skill now? If you overcame that problem, could you overcome the one you're dealing with now? If this is the worst distress that you have ever been in, refer to the tip and stop skills. Try to think of a list of all the ways you are lucky in the situation. You have a roof over your head, you have food. This is not to minimize your suffering, but to give yourself a new perspective to small things that you should be thankful for. Emotions. This skill focuses on getting you to invoke the opposite emotion that you are currently feeling. As you'll remember in a previous week, I taught the act opposite skill. I have some emotions listed below and the opposite that you can do. If you're angry, try to be extra kind. Focus on minimizing judgments. If you are sad, call a friend, snuggle with a pet. If you feel betrayed, think of how you can begin the process of forgiveness. If you feel anxious, try doing a meditation. If you feel shame, call a close friend who can tell you who you can tell what you are feeling shameful of. Push away. If the current emotion and situation is too overwhelming, try to push it away and out of your mind. Distract yourself. Watch a show. Think of something you're excited about. Give yourself a 30-minute break from thinking about the issue, then come back to it. Call a friend. Play a video game. Thoughts. For this skill, you replace negative and anxious thoughts with short-term, immediate activities that you can do to distract yourself. Some ideas are trying to say the alphabet backwards. Count the multiples of each number from 1 to 10 up to 100. For example, if you're doing the multiples of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 36, 42. These short-term distractions can help you avoid self-destruction until the overwhelming feeling passes. Sensation. Use your five senses to self-soothe during times of distress. Some examples of self-soothing would be taking a warm bath, which activates the touch sensation. Light a scented candle, which can activate smell. Play your favorite album, which you'll be listening to. Eat a favorite snack, which can activate taste. This can greatly reduce your emotional state. See you next week. Thank you.